Greetings to those who watch below. Today, we have a double bill of some truly creepy pastas. These stories both centre around death. The first of which is Afterlife by Evan the Nerd 83. I wish that this is a nightmare. However, I'm sure that this isn't, because it feels so real. I was alive not a few moments ago. I feel alive, but I remember it. I can remember my death, so clearly and accurately that it's like a HD film. It replays through my head like a film, never ending, never ceasing, just constantly in my memory. It's painful to remember, yet it's nothing compared to the hell that I'm enduring. The memories stuck in my head, the feeling of heat, of weightlessness, of pain, and finally of numbness. I was alive until the explosion that lifted me into the air, the wind blowing my hair and slamming me down onto the ground. Pain in my back, in my head, in my chest, and a sudden emptiness that overtook my soul. My soul left my body as blood pooled around my empty corpse, lying in a crumpled mess on the pavement. The screams also still replay in my head, from Jenny, from Eric, from the people who also felt the fire from that car bomb. I saw my own body as I left it, the blood shimmering as the sun set on the day of my death. The feeling of numbness has been overtaken by fire, by heat, more so than the bomb that sent me here, to this form of the afterlife. The afterlife, that's where I am. I'm sure of it. All around me are bodies, frozen like statues. I see people of all ages, young and old, from every place in time long past. They are dressed like how they died, wounds and fresh red blood, everything. I also have my death wounds, and it's weird. I can feel pain from the eternal heat, and from my wounds, and the blood is still flowing freely. It won't stop. The feeling won't stop. The blood won't stop. I can't move, can't speak, yet I can feel and think. I can feel pain, pain that's constant, destroying my humanity. My soul is burning, yet I can't see any fire. I can only see an infinite flat surface. It goes on and on into a black void that hangs over it like a sky. This void is as dark as space, but it has no stars. It's pitch black. The people here have these square plates under their shoes, and so do I. They help us stand up, preventing us from falling down. It's like those things that are put underneath the feet of standing figurines, or like chess pieces. We're not alone though. There's also him. Him. This being that stands over us all, and which is so huge that he is like a human to tiny ants. He moves us like chess pieces. It's like he plays with us, like we're toys to him. He has one eye, one eye, one eye, and he looks down on us. He talks to us, tells us that he isn't happy for our ignorance. He isn't happy for the living. He causes death. He plays with the lives of others, those who are still alive, and he causes accidents to happen. Every death that happens is by his design, and he enjoys it. It's like a game to him. I wish that this is a nightmare, that this is just some sick dream, yet it isn't. No human mind, no matter how deranged or corrupted by the most horrific hallucinations, can even manage to ponder this, let alone fully realize it. It would drive someone insane if he or she even so much as glances at him. I'm being driven mad each and every time that I see him. There's silence, never-ending silence, and there's nothing beyond him. I hope so, as I can't even manage to ponder what horrors lie beyond him, horrors that could bring humanity to its knees, mad. I know what this place is. It's the secret that should never be revealed to mankind, both living or dead. The truth behind our existence, behind our creation, He created us so that He can destroy us. He created us as a game. Reality is an illusion. There is no salvation, no purpose other to suffice this being's need to destroy all things underneath him. God have mercy on the living. Death's Summoning by J. Caesar. I awoke into darkness, numb, my memory shattered. Then I saw light. I stood up and looked around, and I saw a flood of bodies covering the endless grounds, all in uniform, all with swords and shields and spears. And then I looked down. Another soldier lay dead. Was this me? I wondered. Was I a soldier too? His armour had a red cross covering the chest. I should know what it means, but my memories failed me. I still felt numb, but I knew of one certain thing. I was dead. A spirit. But why didn't I move on? Then I felt a chill down what would be my spine. I looked around, not sure what I was looking for. Suddenly, souls appeared out of thin air, moaning. They covered the entire lands, and I saw a cracking in the air, and it was black, and an awful noise emitted from it. The crack opened like a portal, and that's when I saw him, a tall and dark figure, a spectre, completely covered in a black cloak, wielding a giant scythe, riding a ghostly horse. I could see its bones. It rises on its hind legs and neighs loudly. And as it neighs, I could hear screams, terrible screams echoing from the horse's mouth. My head ached with pain. The screeching was relentless. And then it stopped. I looked closer at the spectre's weapon that he was clutching in his right hand. It was long and made of bone. The blade was not made of any metal. No. In fact, it was made of bones as well. But that wasn't what terrified me. Inside the blade, I saw faces, and I heard moaning. I listened to it carefully, and I swore I could make out words screaming, "Get out of here! Run! Run away!" The souls that were next to me grabbed me, begging me to leave, begging me to run. The words repeated, "Get out of here! Run! Run away!" It was then I felt fear, and I realized who that spectre was. My entire soul froze. I had felt fear like I had never truly felt it before. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. Can a ghost truly breathe? I felt as if my lungs had been squeezed tight. My legs were petrified. My eyes couldn't look away. Hesitation, fear. It felt like nothing else. I looked upon the dark figure horrified. I couldn't see a face underneath that hood, but I knew who he was. The Old One himself, who takes the souls of the dead to where they will be judged. The Angel of Death. It whispered to me. I didn't hear words, but he spoke to me, and I understood. It wanted me to go with him. He rose his left arm, reaching his hand towards me. I hesitated. I didn't want to go with him. The souls continued to pull me away from him. He whispered again. He wants me to go with him, so that I would be judged for my sins. I would go to hell. Finally, I came to, and I ran as fast as I could. He didn't move, only raised his arm, reaching for his hood. And it was that, as I gazed at his dark face, it would be the last thing that I would see for eternity. And finally, he spoke, and it was that, as I heard from his dark voice, it would be the last thing I will ever hear for eternity. And the chills grew colder, and it was that, as I gasped my last breath, it would be the last thing I would ever feel for eternity. The dark figure pulled back his hood as he whispered, "Oblivion take you." And then there was only black. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will be back on Friday for another set of stories. If you liked today's video, please remember to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you've got a story that you would like to tell, whether it's a creepypasta or a personal experience, please feel free to email it to me using the email address in the description box. And if you want to say hi or just chat to me, my social media details are also in the description box. I'm on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter's probably the best place to get a quicker response from me, seeing as it's always on my phone. So, until next time, sleep tight.